And he'll put his team well into attack. He does so. Over the centre half, down to the centre half forward position goes his kick. All Hawthorn, though. And from Ian Law, the ball comes down towards the centre of the ground, where there's another chance for Hawthorn to go into attack here. Coming through is Brendan Edwards. Brendan Edwards puts it right down to the teeth of goal, where it just eludes the pack, and in front of Bernie Lee for Footscray, who's holding out his hands now and getting the ball. It goes through for one behind. That's Lee, the full-back, for Footscray. Scores on the board: Footscray 4-2, 26 points, Hawthorn 2-5, 17 points, just a few minutes into the second quarter. Lee's kick is not a good one once again from full-back, and it's marked, I think, by Hawthorn here. Hawthorn half-forward flanker could have marked Brown. Yes, Brown has it. Or is it the ruckman, Winicky? Looks too big for Brown, it'll be too tall. It'll be Winicky, who's put the ball right into the teeth of goal, flying from behind. Where can't mark it for Footscray? It's on the ground, there's a kick off the ground. Stacks on the mill. And Schwab is there, telling them in his cool, calm, efficient fashion, please, gentlemen, get away from the ball. Another mighty hit out by Schultz. This time it goes over the boundary line, out of bounds, to relieve the pressure of that Hawthorn attack. Hawthorn attacking strongly, Reg.
Well, very hard. But Schultz has got this ruck on his own at the moment, Jeff. He's not placing the ball as well as he did last week, but he's certainly get a lot of tap downs from it.
Yes, well, it's noticeable on the centre bounce that Brendan Edwards has been stealing quite a few of the knocks.
Good anticipation there on Brendan's part.
Well, watch Schultz this time go up with John Peck, who's now in the ruck there. John Peck's come out. However, it's Footscray who'll get away through the agency there of Beamish. Ball goes on the half-back line for Footscray, with Hawthorn still in possession and still struggling through with the ball. And finally, it's Ian Law who spins out of the pack with the ball, sends it right down to the teeth of goal, where it's all Footscray, and Bernie Lee, coming out, has no trouble at all to take a very, very easy mark. Hawthorn forwards. Of course, John Peck is on the ball, presumably, at the moment. He was contesting the last hit out with... Oh, very nice mark from behind by Hill. Hill, the Hawthorn ruckman. His kick is once again right down to the teeth of goal. That's all they seem to be doing. They're banging away at the teeth of goal with no one there to take the marks. Peck did go up for that one. Couldn't take it. Here's a chance for their captain, Graham Arthur. Dodges, but the ball with him goes over the line and out of bounds. Still in Hawthorn's territory, still in their attacking zone. Schultz and Peck. Schultz once again the knockout, but look, it was again ill-directed. Hawthorn across to... centre-half forward, and I think it could be Gary Young, who is playing right at centre-half forward then, yes, as he gets up from the ground.
It is, Jeff, and by Jeff, this fella can absorb... He should have been a boxer. He can absorb punishment, this boy, I tell you.
Well, he absorbed one then, right in the back, just after he'd marked the ball. He's right in front and should put his team one goal closer. He hasn't done so. Well, he might have been a little bit groggy after the knock that he took then.
Could have been, Jeff, could have been. A long way out, I think, for Youngie to kick the ball.
Yes, but he was right in front, and ideal conditions. Well, here's the throw-in. It was out of bounds. Here's this battle again between Peck and Schultz. This time Footscray have got it to Hoyles. Hoyles has a chance to clear. Oh, he hung onto the ball for a long time there. Allowed Hawthorn to get back into the play. Once again, a kick off the ground. Here's a chance for Hawthorn coming through. Hand passing to Peck. Peck can't pick up the ball. Fumbles in front. And off a Footscray boot, it slides across the boundary line just behind.
Jeff, I think what Peck's doing while it's close up to goal, he is going to contest. He's not on the ruck, but he goes into the ruck when he's up in front of goal. I think that's what's happening.
Yes, could be, because he's dropping back, isn't he, into the goals again, Reg, yes. Well, there's Beamish. See if Beamish can get the ball away from this incessant Hawthorn attack. I think he's done so. He's got it round to Bryant. Yes, that's number 37, Bryant. Has the ball for Footscray to put them further out of danger. Gets it to the centre of the ground. Hawthorn flying high but unable to hold the ball. Hill comes out after the ball for Hawthorn. Gets a kick off the ground. Sends it further into his own territory. It looks like Hoyles passing the ball back because once again it's gone out of bounds. Still in Hawthorn attacking zone on the outer side of the ground. Once again Schultz getting the knockdown. This time finding Cameron MacDonald. Eventually gets his kick in. Outer side of the ground, almost centre wing position. And over the line and out of bounds. Well, a bit scrambly at the moment, Reg, and a lot of indiscriminate and hurried kicking.
And I think another thing that's lacking on a day like this, I think kicking on part of 2 or 3 players of both sides is very, very poor. Should be an ideal day for kicking, and they're scrumming them a fair bit to me.
Yes, well, it's noticeable even that Bernie Lee, who I gather is a pretty good kick-off at full-back, has not been kicking off exceptionally well in this match.
Not.
Well, now, here's Footscray into attack, but being held out there momentarily anyway by Poole. Poole gets the ball back to the centre again, where it's overrun here. There's a great battle, and eventually Ian Law, it is, who gets his kick in. Fisher. Chance for Hawthorn. Oh, coming through very, very hard for Footscray was Barry Eon, and what's going to happen? Well, this umpire Schwab in charge of the game, and he's going to give Hoyles, I think, a free kick. That looks like Hoyles going back. Hoyles, the tall man on the right-hand side of the screen. The ball is certainly coming back to him. Umpire Schwab seems satisfied that he's the one who should have it. And it's Hoyles, the centre-half back. Played a very, very good game so far. For Footscray. Takes his kick, seemed to be favouring his right leg as he kicked the ball then. Hawthorn still not holding their marks, but Fisher comes in with the ball. A hand pass out to the centre, where Cunningham, high punt kick down to the centre-half forward position. Gary Young's in front. Gary Young takes the ball, has a shot for goal, and he's put it through. For 1 point only. Well, Hawthorn still need goals here. They're pounding away at the scoring end, but Reg, they can't get it through.
No, Jeff, they're missing a few sitters on there. Actually, that last one was a pretty hurried shot. However, here's Bernie Lee's kick out to the member side to Schultz and to Hill, and Schultz did not drag it. It's gone down to the road by Cunningham. It's pulled before he gets a shot, and it's out in front of the Footscray. There's Law coming in, picking up and looking for someone to go past for a handball. There's no one. He eventually gives it to Hill, who fumbles it, and it's cleared by the Rover Footscray, but he's tackled to Brendan Edwards, and he left puts up in front of goal again.
Well, Hawthorn are very determined here, but there's a beautiful mark pulled down by Bob Ware. Could not call him Norman Ware, Reg, at this stage.
Oh, you wouldn't mind, Jeff.
Bob Ware, and his kick is favouring this time the member stand. We'll see some play over this side. It's a chance for Fisher again to put his team into attack. Turns onto his left foot, sends it down to the centre-half forward position. Graham Arthur is there. He can't pick up the ball. It's picked up by Mort. Well, there'll have to be a decision here, and I think it'll have to go to Footscray. Yes, Barry Ian it'll be to take the kick for Footscray. There he is, going back to pick up the ball. And once again, he'll relieve the pressure of another strong Hawthorn attack. Fisher's giving him a little bit of drive now from the wing, Reg.
Yes, he's very towy boy, this. He's got a pretty towy fella on him, too, with Gardner, but he hasn't hit his straps just yet, Jeff.
Now it's Hill and Schultz who fly for the ball. Neither of them big men can mark it. Law trying to come through, couldn't get it. Brendan Edwards does so, but his kick is astray. It'll go out of bounds in front of Ian Mort. Both the half-forward flankers have been reasonably quiet for Hawthorn.
Yes, there have been quite a lot of known players. Here's Gardner coming in now, but he's met solidly by Edwards.
Gardner was met very solidly and went down to the turf, and he's still there. Trainers are running out. Ball is out of bounds. That's a fair bump.
Oh, quite fair. Both went for each other, and that was it. He's a strong boy, Edward, you know, Jeff. Really strong.
Yes, a physical fitness man. And there we have a shot of the boy who just copped it, Gardner. So he's coming through. Here's Footscray getting away now. The chance for little Hobbs, their Rover, to put the ball right to centre-half forward position. He does so, but Footscray men fly for it, can't pick it up. And it's once again left to MacArthur, the centre-half back, to clear for Hawthorn. Does so only to find it's back in the centre man's possession. Bob Spargo for Footscray, who puts the ball out of bounds on the half-forward flank, with Footscray into attack for the first time in quite a while now. Hawthorn have had most of the play, but Footscray have got it down to their half-forward line again, and here's the throw-in. Whitten in the ruck now for Footscray. Nice knockdown. Here's a chance for Gardner. Gardner still playing the ball in front of him. He recovered very quickly there, and it was Hobbs. He got it too. Hobbs kicks it further downfield where there's a clash, and Killicane will pick up the ball just inside the boundary line. No, he elects to kick it off the ground practically. A chance there for Stead Hay to pick up. He can't do so. But eventually it's MacArthur who clears for Hawthorn. Played a wonderful game at centre-half back as John MacArthur. Hawthorn will go into attack here through Graham Arthur, who has the ball on their half-forward flank. Graham Arthur, the Hawthorn skipper, doesn't waste any time, picks the ball up, drop kicks it right down to the teeth of goal. Schultz is there for Footscray, goes up unopposed. No mark, play on. And now there is a decision, ball up, I would think. Yes, umpire Schwab calls for the ball, and it's balled up in the Hawthorn scoring territory as Ware for Footscray, the Footscray ruckman. picks it up, sends it out, where Fisher contests a mark with Whitten, but Whitten, more experience and stronger, takes the mark. Now here's a chance for Footscray to go into attack through Graham Ian. Graham Ian with the ball, number 17, sends it right down to the teeth of goal, and here's another chance. Oh, a sitter dropped there by Cameron MacDonald for Footscray. And well, I think he meant to throw the player over, but he threw the ball over instead.
Well, Jeff, there's no room for anyone to fool around here. You've no sooner got the ball on your tackle by both sides. They're both going really hard.
They're going at it hard and they're going at it fast. A bit fast for me. I think I'll take a spell. Mike Williamson.
Right, Jeff. The ball is over the boundary line and out once again. Hobbs, hello. The free kick is going to Law of Hawthorn. Law is on the half-back flank for the Hawks. Driving along the grandstand wing here. Players set themselves, and Whitten went a tremendous height, failed to hold it, over to Schultz. Schultz, a big handball, but it goes into the hands of the Hawthorn defender. And now Footscray, or Hawthorn rather, into attack. Footscray defending hotly. Here's a chance for Ian Mort. He drives right up. And the mark has been taken there. A very easy one. A sitter has been taken by John Peck. Well, Bernie Lee couldn't get up high enough, and it was a sitter for John Peck. Well, a lucky break for the Hawks, but still they've kept pounding away. And if you keep that up, Bert, luck eventually must favour you.
Yes,
Waiting
right.
for Peck to take his kick now. He couldn't miss this, could he? Oh, no, he has. Every time. I would be the worst tipster ever. But he was only about, 5 yards out from goal.
Oh, about 10 yards out, Mike, but right off the side of his boot. A shocking performance by John Peck. And I might say that earlier on, too, when Gary Young had his chance, he ran too far up into the man on the mark and he failed to score as well. So that's bad luck for Hawthorn.
Oh, what a sensation. What a sensation. Apparently the Hawks are a little tougher than we imagined. Missing one like that from an experienced footballer like Johnny Peck. However, there's the kick out, and the free must go to Footscray. Will go to Teddy Whitten. He got a helping hip out of the pack then. His kick, it's a very poor one. It gives Brendan Edwards a chance to come through. Edwards is met by 3 Footscray players. He eludes the 3 of them and sends Hawthorn right into attack. The ball is dropped there. In comes Johnny Schultz, trundles it on in front of him. Hooks it back. The ball is not out of bounds yet. Schultz is still there, playing magnificently. Eventually gets his punch, but it's picked up by Fisher. Fisher drives it up to the forward pocket. Oh, Footscray defenders are hotly pressed here to clear, but eventually they do. Eventually they do through Barry Ian. He drives it right down to the centre position. Nobody able to mark. Footscray into attack now, but it looks like Hawthorn clearing here. Johnny MacArthur pushes it on in front of him. And Brendan Edwards, playing brilliantly, sends Hawthorn further into attack. Here's a chance now. Ian Morter's in there. He grabs Schultz. Schultz handballs. It's picked up by Law. Law puts his left foot into it. Sends it right up to the teeth of goal. Bernie Lee fumbles that one. And it looked like Cunningham, who came in there, tried to screw it around, but he had too much pace up. And 1 point only is the result. There is the scoreboard. In the second quarter of the 1961 Grand Final, Hawthorn 2-8, Footscray 4-2. Well, they're holding Hawthorn this quarter, Bert.
Yes, they are, and it's bad luck for Hawthorn that they're getting points instead of goals, Mike. And another interesting thing about Hawthorn is that Brendan Edwards is right on top in the centre now and playing real well.
That's when he's in the centre. He's covering a dickens of a lot of ground.
Well, so is his opponent, and it's even Stevens there, but I think that Edwards has certainly got on top in this quarter.
Right now, waiting for the throw in now. It's on Hawthorn's half-forward flank. There's a knockdown by Bobby Ware. In came young Bryant, rather McKellar, to pick up, but the ball went over the boundary line and out of bounds. Up they go again. A lovely knockout then from Cooper. The ball is driven down on the half-forward flank for Footscray, and it's out of bounds. Waiting for Herbie Kent to throw in now. Everybody flies. Looks if Cooper got the knockdown, but Teddy Whitten gained possession over to Hobbs. Hobbs has grabbed the balls on the ground. Players coming in very strongly. It's MacArthur who has the chance now. Gets his left foot to it, sends it up to the wing position. Ware flies high, unable to mark. In comes McCullough. He is caught in possession. The ball is driven up to the centre half forward position for Hawthorn. In comes Cunningham, gets his foot to the ball, sends it up to where Schultz takes a mark that goes high over his opponent. John Schultz clearing now up to the centre of the ground. Up they go. The mark is pulled down brilliantly by Spargo. Not paid, however. Play on calls Frank Swab. Bryant kicks it high in the air. It's on to Footscray's half-forward flank. I have the opportunity now here. Young Graham Eon is in there for Footscray. So too is Hill for Hawthorn. Players are going in regardless of life or limb. Eventually it's cleared up to the centre of the ground. Cunningham coming in there for Footscray has met solidly. Eventually it's picked up by Brendan Edwards. Edwards turns, puts his foot behind the ball. Charlie Evans has the chance here. Too many big men around him though. It's on the ground. In they come. Pick up by Footscray. Driven towards the outer side of the ground. And eventually it's Charlie who gets his boot to it and sends it right down. Gets a big hand from the crowd here. Footscray has the opportunity. They're into attack right to the forward pocket, but the ball is over the boundary line and out of bounds from the boot of Graham Eon.
Mike, it's very noticeable when Schultz is off the ball that Hawthorn are doing a little bit better in the ruck, and also when Schultz is spelling, he's doing a great share of the work down in the back pocket.
Well, it looks as though Hawthorn have more capable ruckmen than Footscray at the moment, although we must say Ware is doing a great job for the Bulldogs in there. Here's a chance now. The ball comes out. It's dropped there on the wing by, looked like Bryant. Driven into the centre half forward position. Oh, here's a chance. They're going in. Very hard to pick a player up here, but it's Hobbs who has it. Puts his left boot into it. When the ball is marked in the fence for the Hawks by Hill. There's his kick. Right out to the half-back flank. Off the hands of the pack. Nobody able to gain possession. Cameron McDonald pulls his opponent down there. But the indefatigable Brendan Edwards sends the Hawks into attack up to the centre half forward position over the heads of the pack. Evans is in there doing battle. Cunningham picks up, however, turns, puts his left boot into the ball. Right into the teeth of goal. They set themselves. It's knocked down to the ground. A chance for Hoyles to clear here. He punches clear. But Hawthorn into attack once again, and the kick will go to Gary Young, it looks like. Gary Young, he's on the half-forward flank. He jumped a bit then, Bert. I think that might have hurt him. Has a chance to kick a goal from here. He'd be about 40, 45 yards out on a slight angle. There's his kick. He got the distance. Direction was off. 1 point only is the result.
Well, once again, we see he's limping very badly too, Gary Young. I think he got one in either the hip or the ankle then. But I will say this about Gary Young. He's running up too close to his man when he's shooting for goal. He was only about, well, 35, 40 yards out, and there was no need for him to run right up close to the man like that. They badly need a goal, Hawthorn.
Here's the Footscray fullback, Bernie Lee, kicking off out to the member side of the ground. Nobody able to mark. It's on the ground. Eventually, Winicky gets his left boot to it. Here's a chance for Hawthorn to score. It's Mort Brown who kicks off the side of his boot, and the ball goes out of bounds just in front of the Gray Smith stand in Hawthorn's forward pocket. There's a throw-in. Ware goes up for Footscray, knocks it down. It's picked up by Hawthorn. Ware into it again. Has the opportunity. Law knocks the ball down. It's a chance for Cunningham. He handballs to Brendan Edwards. Brendan Edwards handballs across to Gary Young, it looks like. Stacks on the mill now, and the free kick is going Footscray's way. Well, he's bringing Johnny Hoyles back. Umpire Frank Swab is bringing Hoyles back. He's on the half-back flank almost, on the outer side of the ground. A torrid time for the Footscray defenders. They're withstanding the pressure quite well up till now. His kick, ill-directed, and a very easy mark has been taken by Graham Arthur. Arthur puts the Hawks into attack. It's going towards the forward pocket, but there is Barry Ian of Footscray on his own. He's able to drive out of danger. The mark missed by Stedhay there. and picked up by Bobby Spargo, driven to the half-forward flank. Slattery is a mile out of position. However, he tries a bounce. It doesn't come off, but luck favours him. He's still into it. However, Quarrel comes in there, was unable to gain any clearance whatsoever, and puts the ball over the boundary line and out in the forward pocket for Footscray. Here's a chance. Winicky gets the knockdown. Beamish is in there, nobody able to gain clear possession, and the free kick is going to Footscray. Looks like Barney McKellar. McKellar has it. He'd be about 40-45 yards out of goal. He's on an angle. Need to be a good kick to score from here. McKellar coming in to take his kick. It's not a bad kick, slightly off the target. And here are players, stacks on the mill, and the kick must go to Hawthorn. Kick going to Hawthorn. Looks like young Cunningham down there who's going to take the free kick. Cunningham in the back pocket on the outer side of the ground for Hawthorn. His kick is a punt kick, travelling to the half-back flank. And in comes Brendan Edwards, takes the mark. Did Swabpool play on or not? You can see the players aren't too sure. There is Spargo arguing with Frank Swab, but Brendan Edwards will take the kick. There's his kick. Along the outer wing there, where the mark has been taken in defence for Footscray by Gillard. Gillard driving Footscray into attack to the centre half forward position. Nobody able to mark a great try by Footscray there. The ball comes out once again to Brendan Edwards. He's had a million kicks so far. Oh, there is a glorious mark. Is he going to pay it? No, he doesn't. Just not held long enough by Johnny Hoyles. Footscray back into attack, however, on their half-forward flank. Slattery a mile out from goal once again. There, Ware tries a flick pass. Slattery gets his boot to the ball, but it's marked in the last line of defence for Hawthorn by Poole. Poole clears now, drives out towards the half-back flank. The mark is pulled down there by Hawthorn. Up to the wing position. A lovely mark has been taken there by Spargo. Spargo wastes no time. He forces the ball down into the scoring zone. But however, it's Poole once again who chips in, puts his left foot to it, drives to the half-back flank. Nobody able to pull down the mark. They're into it now. Cam McPherson is in there for Hawthorn. So too is Uren. Let's wait. It's over the boundary line and out.
Did notice there, Mike, that there was a very near a bad collision there between two Hawthorn players in Cooper and Kane. Both went for the ball and collided.
Well, Stacks on the mill now on the half-forward flank for Footscray on the outer side of the ground. The ball comes out of the pack. Slattery had the chance to mark, but looks like Stead Hay who chipped in there and saved the day for the Hawks. Hay driving Hawthorn out of danger, up to the centre of the ground. Their players are trying to gain possession, and I think the free kick must go Footscray's way. Looks like Hoyles will take the free kick as Jeff Raymond and Reg Hickey take up the commentary.
Yes, well, Hoyles is in his own position, centre half back for Footscray as he goes and picks up the ball. And from this position, he could well and truly put Footscray into attack. Now, neither side has scored a goal this quarter so far.
That's most remarkable, Jeff, isn't it?
It is, Reg. Oh, look at this. Whitten allowed to go up unopposed. Marks the kick. He's about the centre-half forward position for Footscray as he comes in. He won't get the distance from here, but he should put it right down in the goal square. It's a beautiful punt kick. It's travelling just into the goal square. It drops. No one can mark the ball. And what has happened? A free kick has been pulled out of it, and it could go to McKellar here. He's going back to take his kick. Barney McKellar, he had a shot from here just a moment ago for Footscray. See what he does with it this time. Right foot, and it's through the middle. It's a goal, yes. Well, we said there hadn't been a goal scored this quarter, Reg, and as soon as we said that, along comes McKellar, and with his true right boot, puts it right through the centre, and there's a goal on the board for Footscray.
And that makes it a little more difficult for the Hawthorn, Jeff, because they've had plenty of opportunities and haven't converted at all. 2-9 to 5-2.
Yes,
not
well,
good,
there's 11 shots to 7 shots. Footscray have been a little more purposeful, though, when they've had it up forward.
So,
They
yes.
haven't had it up forward as much as Hawthorn. Well, there's a nice knockout by Schultz, but the Footscray Rovers are not shining today. Chance for Hawthorn to clear here through Poole. Poole, who's come into play in the last 5 minutes or so. Killer Kane on top of somebody there. Let's see who gets up from underneath that pack. Graham E. on the centre half forward it is. The ball is bounced on the half forward line for Footscray. Oh. Going through very solidly is Spargo. Spargo is stripped and will take the free kick. Spargo of Footscray. Now, the centre man, well out of position, is not within kicking distance, I don't think. But he, once again, will get it right down in the square. A punt kick will put it just to the front of the square, punched away by the defence. And here's another chance for Footscray, and through Slattery, they're full forward. They've scored another behind.
Slattery had a great chance then, Jeff. He just had time, I think, to steady himself a little bit more, and it'd be just hooked it just too much.
Yeah, well, that would be, I presume, grand final jitters,
yes,
wouldn't it?
definitely.
Reg, in a normal game, yes, he would have steadied himself then. He banged away at those sticks, and the result is another behind on the point of Footscray, who now, in this quarter, are back in the game attacking all the time, after a fairly quiet first half of the quarter. Well, right in the back, I would say, from up here, and it's a free kick to Hawthorn. MacArthur taking the free kick, sending the ball to the centre of the ground. Bit scrambly around the centre there, and eventually it's Law, who comes out with it for Hawthorn. Out of the half-forward flank, a chance for Brendan Edwards now. He's not being shepherded, though, to go through. He likes to do a hand pass. There's a free kick, but play on, says the umpire, as Edwards has a shot, and with a glorious drop kick, puts it right through the centre for another goal to Hawthorn. A beautiful bit of play by Edwards, then, to score another major for Hawthorn.
Well, Jeff, I think that's the nicest thing in the game, actually. The scoreboard now is Hawthorn 3-9 to Footscray 5-3.
Well, it's very fitting, Reg, that it came from the boot of Brendan Edwards, who's been Hawthorn's best man in my book so far in the game, and who then played glorious football and capped it with a beautiful drop kick that sailed true and straight through the centre. However, here's Footscray back into the game again, into attack now, and spilt mark right in front of goals there with Teddy Whitten himself. Is it trying to turn out of trouble? Does so. Hand pass across to Hobbs. Hobbs has a shot for goal, and it's through. No, it's marked right in the goal line, and it goes through and is touched on the way through by Poole. Poole it was, saved Hawthorn then. I thought it was going through, but Poole got up in the last line of defence, almost on the white line, touched the ball as it went across. So we see Kane kicking off for Hawthorn. Oh, it's a beautiful kick from Kane to over the centre forward position, but Schultz goes up unopposed. No marks as the umpire. Another shot by Footscray, and 1 point on the board off Hobbs's boot. Well, I said Footscray Rovers have been a bit quiet, but Hobbs is coming into the game now. He hasn't been sighted very much round the ground. Schultz has been winning the hit out, but it's been sharked mostly by the Hawthorn players. Well, here's a chance for Hawthorn to break well and truly clear through Collier Wren. Uren on the outer side of the ground with a punt kick sends the ball down to his own half-forward position. But from Gillard's boot, it'll go back again to centre half-forward, where Spargo allows the ball to go through his fingers down to Whitten. Whitten, a quick flick pass backwards, finds a teammate in Hobbs. Hobbs is coming through with a shot down towards the sticks. It'll be a mark to Footscray. No, couldn't hold it right in front, and Hawthorn once again have got the ball away through MacArthur. Well, Beamish is down on the ground, and I didn't hear the siren go there, but the siren has gone. Mike, you heard it, did you?
Yes, the siren has gone, so did the players, Jeff. They're leaving the field. That ends the second quarter in the 1961 Grand Final. There are the scores: Hawthorn 3-9-27, Footscray 5-5-35. And we'll be back with you with the third quarter of the 1961 Grand Final in just a few moments.